Hello and welcome to Pillbology. This is a beginner's level video that can be found in the beginners section on the YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be looking at the verb sein. Now, the verb sein, see if you can figure out what it means. Sein oder nicht sein? Das ist die Frage. If you guessed to be or not to be, that is the question, you're absolutely right. It means to be. Oder, oder, O-D-E-R, oder, in German means or. So sein oder nicht sein, to be or not to be, is the old Shakespearean adage. Now, the important thing here is that sein can be used for many, many different purposes. We're going to focus on one, which is just simply the meaning to be. So, let's look at the different forms. We've got ich, du, sie, es. Those are the singulars. The first, second, and third person singular. We've got wir, ihr, and then sie. Right. So these are the different forms that I will need to conjugate the verb in order to make sense with. Now, you wouldn't say I be. You would say I am. I am 40 years old. I am 20 years old. I am 30 years old. I am 15 years old. I am 6 years old. So I am. Now, in the other video, to do with verbs, we looked at regular verbs which have a pattern. So the endings changed. So we had... if we had the verb spielen, we'd have for the I, you, he, she, it, we, you plural, you guys, and they, there was a specific ending. Now with sein, the whole verb pretty much changes. And if you think about it in English, if I say I have, you have, he, she, it has, there's a little bit of a change, and so I want you to think of that little bit of a change as being how a regular verb would finish. Sein is an irregular verb. Let's write it up here because it's quirky. Irregular. It's an irregular verb. That means everything's completely different about it. It's a crazy one. So ich bin. Same pronunciation as the thing that you throw your empty packets into. Ich bin. Du bist. Okay, note that it keeps the ST ending. But here's the crazy bit. I say crazy, it's only exciting if you're a geek like me. Sie, es ist. Wir sind. Ihr seid. Sie sind. Okay, so there are a couple of sins, but for wir and sie, so we and they, but everything else is pretty much different. In fact, nothing resembles the original infinitive. It is an irregular verb. Right. Let's just take one part of this and let's break it down. The bit that I want to take is this bit. The sie, es. Let's take the S. Right? S. Now the ist, and I need to hear the T, ist. The ist is very similar to the English, isn't it? Es ist. It is. Es ist. The is in there. But from the old English and the old Germanic, when they were separating, when they were changing, they were adapting into their individual languages. Some shifts occurred in the consonant patterns. So the S and T are consonants, I being a vowel. That meant that some endings stayed, some endings went. Es ist means it is. So if I, for example, said es ist gut, I'm quite simply saying it is good. The D and the T were interchangeable back in the day, and the U represents the double O that we know today. But if you heard the pronunciation, if you knew that es meant it, es ist gut, you could probably figure out that it means it is good. If I wanted to say it is super, es ist super. Es ist super. And it's great. Es ist toll. Es ist toll. Okay, so it is. That's it is. Now, shrinky shrinky. Okay, let's stick these out the way. So, what's another use for this? Well, certainly at the beginner's level, we talk about our age, or what kind of a person you are. I am active, I am musical, I'm sporty, I'm 20, I'm 25, I'm 19, I'm 16, I'm 14, I'm 13, I'm 11 years old. And oftentimes we use the first person singular. And then we ask a question to someone else and then we report it back. So I would say, ich bin 13 Jahre alt. Wie alt bist du? How old are you? Oh, ich bin 15 Jahre alt. And then the teacher will ask you a question and you'll come back with, if it was a boy you were talking to, ist 15 Jahre alt. He is 15 years old. Or how old is Marcus? Ist 15 Jahre alt. How old's Sabine? Sabine ist 16 Jahre alt. 16 Jahre alt. So, let's just do a quick example. So, ich bin, and you can either write, say, 15. Ich bin 15 Jahre alt. Or you can kind of level yourself up a little bit. Teachers love to say that, level up. Senior leadership teams love to say that. Let's level up, guys. 15. Ich bin 15 Jahre alt. Du bist 15 Jahre alt. Es ist 15 Jahre alt. Wir sind, etc., etc., etc. So, this is a video. You can pause it. You can rewind it. You can go back over it. These are the different forms of sein. I've shown you a couple of examples of how you can use them. Go and have a go at creating some sentences of your own. Have a look at the other videos. If you like them, don't forget to like, subscribe, and any comments, good or bad, put them in the comments box. I'll try and address them, and if there's anything we can improve, I will. One comment that I have had before I go is about changing from a black screen to a white screen. A few people were saying it was too dark. I've had now some people saying it was too light. I can either go with green, which is not very nice, black or white. So I think I'm going to keep mixing them up in a vain attempt to keep everybody happy until this particular application I'm using allows me to do otherwise. All right, I'll see you next time.